Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Kelly DeRosa. I am sure that you have figured out by now that I am a Beachbody coach. So I wanted to just take a minute to explain to all of you um, why I do what I do and how I even came upon doing this. So I became a Beachbody coach last July. I never did anything with it. I basically just did it for the discount. I wanted to get my Shakeology at a discounted rate because I loved it so much, and I did that for a couple of months. But then what happened was I had friends around me that saw that I was getting results and liked the idea of what I was doing, so they wanted in. So then they signed up under me and I helped them find a program that would work best for them. And then all of a sudden they started seeing these transformations and we were working together on their goals, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, but even then I didn't go gung-ho with it, but I just knew that I really liked it. It wasn't until a couple of months ago that it kind of all just clicked for me, and that was in March when I had a great talk with my coach, and I just realized, you know what? I really think I could do this, because for me, I was always filled with a lot of can'ts. I would love to do that, but I'll never be able to. Or I would love to do that, but I can't. And for once, I was like, you know what? I can, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make a business out of it. So here I am, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm going to tell you why, and why I have this drive to help people, and why I want people to feel good about themselves, and why I think it's so important for people to feel comfortable in their own skin, men and women, but especially women, because I can relate to that so much, but men too, because I know how you're feeling. I do this because there was a time for me that I couldn't get up off the couch either. There was a time for me that I didn't want to be in any pictures. I didn't want to go out and do anything with my friends. I didn't really want to get out of my sweats because I didn't like how I looked. So I get it. And what's so amazing is that on this journey and being surrounded by the people I'm surrounded and in my challenge groups, it has turned into so much more than just how you look. And I think that's where the lifestyle change comes in. But with all that being said, I'm going to backtrack for you a little bit. Right after my daughter Sophia was born, she's 8 now, so we're going back about 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. So I was actually going to ultrasound school at the time. I'm an ultrasound technician also, as well as a Beachbody coach. And we actually found my nodule in school. So I brought my pictures to my doctor, and he said, we need to get this thing biopsied right away. And sure enough, it was cancer. So I had my thyroid removed, the whole thing. It was only the right side of my thyroid that was infected, but the kind of cancer it would end up in the left side anyway. So we took the whole thyroid out. Now, I just want to remind you that I had just had a baby. So I still had the baby weight on me, and now they ripped the thyroid out, which, if most of you don't know, your thyroid is almost like your thermostat for your whole body. It controls a lot of things. After my surgery, after they took my thyroid out, I had complications, of course, because if anybody knows me, I can't have a surgery without complications. I mean, that would just be unheard of. So my parathyroids had been ruined. They didn't handle the surgery very well. Your parathyroids are around your thyroid glands. They should be at each corner of your thyroid. My parathyroid was actually kind of wrapped into my thyroid. So when they took it out, they were damaged and they didn't work anymore, but they didn't know that. So my body went into shock because of my calcium levels and my vitamin D levels. And I was back in the hospital. It almost felt like my bones were in a vice and being crushed until they got all my levels correct. And then after that, it took about, I would say, a good 3 years for them to get my Synthroid on track and for them to get me all level again. That's fine. And actually, I think it's been 2 years now, I've been cleared by my endocrinologist and I am officially in remission. Hooray! So that's great. So that was over, right? Then going back, God, it will be 4 years. Wow, it will be 4 years next month. 4 years ago next month, in August of 2011, I was working in a hospital, ultrasound technician, finished school, working in a hospital, and I was hurt by a patient. And I had to have my cervical spine fused. I had to have emergency surgery. The disc was so badly herniated in my spine that it was actually stopping blood flow in my spine, and it was pooling, and it was pressed up against the nerve so badly. So my cervical spine was fused, and after they did that, I went for physical therapy and things, but I had some permanent nerve damage, and I was still in a lot of pain. I lost my job because I was out for too long. So my full-time position that I had at this hospital that I worked so hard to get was taken away from me. I didn't know if I could ever do ultrasound again, because when you do ultrasound, you use your right hand to scan, and my right side was what was affected, my right arm and my right hands, because of where the disc was herniated. It was affecting those nerves. I could no longer feel my right hand, and I had constant pain going down my right arm and the back of my neck. So, needless to say, I was in a large state of depression. I lost my job. I was home all the time in a lot of pain. There wasn't much I could do. I couldn't lift anything. I couldn't do anything. I was always a get up and go person. So it was like my whole life just stopped. My spinal surgery was harder than my cancer surgery, which is weird. You would think it would be the other way around. But my spinal surgery took a lot more away from me. So, it was about 2 years of recovery. It took me 2 years to do my physical therapy. I went to acupuncture. The physical therapy really helped me muscle-wise and building up my strength. And the acupuncture really helped me with my nerve pain. My right hand is still numb. I still can't feel 4 of my fingers. I drop a lot of things. We have a lot less glasses in the house. But I am better, and I do okay. So with all that being said, last summer, after I had gained a whole lot of weight, after my spinal surgery and after recovering and everything else, I weighed more than I did 9 months pregnant with both my kids, and I didn't know what to do. I had never had a problem with weight before. I had never had to worry about that. So this was like really something new for me. Growing up, and even in my 20s and early 30s, I could eat whatever I wanted. It didn't matter. But after thyroid surgery and after my spinal surgery, things had changed. It wasn't until my coach, Jackie, contacted me. And I always liked her posts, and I loved what she was doing, and I was really proud of her because I've known her since middle school, and I was just really proud of her for what she was doing, and it was empowering, and it was motivating. But I was just so depressed and so upset with myself of how I felt and how I looked that I wasn't getting off my couch yet. And she contacted me and she was like, I have these groups going on and I want you to join me. That day of me saying yes to her and deciding to start this journey was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. It's changed my whole life. It's emotional. It's my story. It's my why. um, Me saying yes to those challenge groups has made such a difference and such an impact in my life. I started exercising. I started eating healthy. I started cooking healthier for my family. My family started eating healthy. I started getting my family to exercise with me. We all started moving more. We go for walks for fun now. We're living a different kind of lifestyle now. But besides that, then she talked to me about becoming a coach. And when I said yes to that, even though it was just for the Shakeology, she put me on our team page. And these women and these people that I was surrounded by were so inspiring and so uplifting and so motivating. I mean, every single one of these people on my team are part of my story because they have helped me in ways that I can't even imagine. Every single one of my challengers, everybody that says yes to me, everybody that I get to be a part of this journey with. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. Every single one of them a part of my story because I wouldn't be where I am without them. They motivate me every day to be the best I could possibly be. I mean, I don't know what else I could ask for. So here I am. Now I started Beachbody. I will tell you happily that I was able to start ultrasound again in October, only a couple of months after starting Beachbody. I got the courage up and the confidence to go back into the field. And now I just do that part-time and I do my Beachbody business part-time and I am loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I am hoping eventually to just do my Beachbody business full-time and be able to help people all the time and do ultrasound when I feel like it. That's my goal because I love both of them and I would like to keep up with everything. This is my story. This is my why. It's because I know how it feels to not be able to. I know how it feels to not feel like it. I know how it feels to that before that first day, just feeling like you can't do it. And then I know how it feels to get to the other side where now like exercising has become part of my life. Healthy eating is like second nature to me now. If you would have asked me a year ago if this is what I'd be doing, I would have told you no and probably bet you money on it that this is not what I would be doing. So I'm telling you, if I could do it, anybody could do it. It's possible for anybody. And I'm glad I almost cried. I'm glad I didn't cry. But it's the best decision I ever made. And if I can help everybody else to feel the way that I feel or feel the best way that they can for themselves, then I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I feel like I'm getting somewhere because I think everybody deserves to feel good. I think everybody deserves to be comfortable in their own skin because we only get one life, you know. This is it. This is it right here. You know, this is our life for the moment. And I think that we deserve to live it to the fullest. Anyway, thanks guys. This video is very long and I'm going to cut myself off, but it's just so important to me and it's my story. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.